So a little while ago I invested in a new wet palette from a Kickstarter that was run by Redgrass Games, and they have turned up. So this is the first time I'm opening the box. I thought I'd share that with you so you can all see what they're like and find out what all the fuss has been about. So quite a sturdy box that it's arrived in, which is good. And just get in there. Okay. Put that to the side. So yeah, so pretty well packaged all together. So you've got your papers and the sponges. Let's just see if I can get into this packet. Excuse the rustling, I do apologise. Right, so I've gone for the XL one because, you know, bigger the better really, in my opinion, for wet palettes. So this is kind of should be a similar size working area to the current palette I'm using, which is a Daler Rowney one. We have a well palette which attaches to the side by magnets, or it will do once it's out of its wrapper, and then a band to keep it all together. So lots of paper, so 150 XL hydration paper sheets, and then a couple of the foam inserts for the actual reservoir of water. Let's have a look inside the palette itself. Let's see if I can open it. Hopefully it's quite fairly tight, so it's airtight, so I can get it open. Here we go. Eventually. You see the rubber seal around the edge there. We should keep it watertight, or pretty watertight anyway. And so it's the lid with the seal, and then the base with the magnets on the side. Yep, all looks in pretty good nick. Seems to have arrived pretty well. And the next thing will be setting it up and seeing what it's like to use. Earlier I had a bit of a fumble trying to open this. I think it was just the fact it was the first time it had been opened, so hopefully it should open a little bit better this time. So let's put the side there. There we go. That, much easier. That's a bit better. So I've opened up some of the packets now, and so I've got a piece of the palette paper. A little bit of a tear there, but it's right on the edge, so no harm. And the next thing is the foam. So I just wanted to kind of point something out while it's still in the packet here. I don't know whether the camera is going to pick it up, but there's moisture within the bag. But I've been reliably informed that this is deliberate, and what that's for is to stop the sponge drying out in storage in transit and then cracking up. So it's meant to be there, so it's nothing to worry about. Let me just get this open. That's the sponge. Lay it on the palette there, and I'm going to get some water, just pour it in. See how much moisture it actually takes up. It's a bit of a step up from the kitchen towel that I have been using. So I might be being a little bit conservative with the amount of water. Let's try that. A bit more even. Let's see if I can get it all to absorb the water. So it definitely holds a lot of water in it, which is a good thing. Now just a case of paper on the top, a bit of curling, but again, just typical. We're fairly used to that, creating wet palettes. and ready to paint. Now the other thing I showed earlier was the wavy, as they call it. So this is the Well palette, which is for inks and that sort of thing, which you might, if you were doing glazes and it was really very fluid that you were working with, you might not want to use a wet palette. And this is, now will attach itself way easier on the side there. Now it's out of its own wrapper too. So this is me ready to start painting. Hopefully it's been useful for you, and yeah, I'll get on and paint with this, and if I come up with any other interesting things that happen while I'm using it, I'll let you know. Thanks for watching. Bye bye. Alright, before we go, let's have another look. So you can see it's quite wet, and there's a little bit of water around the edges of the palette. I don't know whether you can see that. You can see that in the corner there. So it's enough there to be used properly. And now I'm going to go for the possible blooper test. Let's see what happens if I put the lid on and tip it on its side. I'm going to make sure that lid is on tight. Yeah, there we go. Feel it clipping on. I'm just going to clip the sides down. And now the moment of truth. So you want to go out to your local game store, do a bit of painting, or model club, want it in your bag. Let's see whether we're going to have a leak. It's looking pretty good so far. Yep, no water coming out. Nothing. Wow. Let's pass the test in my opinion. Let's see. Yeah, perfect. So that's pretty good so far. Pretty good first impressions. Looking forward to using it, which I will be over the next couple of days. And yeah, I'll be back with more if I find any more out. Thanks for watching.